Namaste, welcome to our yin and restorative yoga with some gentle movement. Physically today, I've asked to focus on helping to open up the fronts of the thighs, the quadriceps, the calves. So we'll integrate that into our overall opening practice. Let's start in a comfortable seat of your choice. If you want to begin opening the fronts of the thighs, fronts of the hips, you might start in hero's pose like I'm doing, whether you sit directly on your calves or on a block between your ankles. You might have heard this quote by Ralph Waldo Emerson before: adopt the pace of nature. Her secret is patience. I've been reading this book called The Relaxed Mind, a 7-step method for deepening meditation practice. I'm almost done and I really love it. It's by Tibetan Buddhist teacher Dzakilung Rinpoche. And I wanted to share a short paragraph on meditation. Effective meditation and its results may not come quickly. In fact, patience is a key element in meditation, allowing qualities that we already have to emerge as our impatience for results subsides. The impatience is one of the main blockages to depth and stability in meditation. You might also know how patience is such a virtue in our physical yoga practice. Whether you're a beginner or you're opening up parts of your body where you tend to lock up or tense, really requires, especially in our slowing down of yin yoga, patience. So when we get caught in the momentum of rushing, whether it's in our yoga practice or any aspect of our lives, we only experience life at a superficial level. Patience, to slow down, gives us the opportunity to really pay attention, to fully and meaningfully experience the depth of the moment-to-moment journey that is our life. So, how might you consciously practice patience today? Especially in working with our bodies, and most especially in working with our habits of mind. As you're finding a still position to rest your body in now, maybe close your eyes. I invite you to slowly bring your attention down to the bottom of your body, the parts of your body that you can feel are touching the surfaces below it, like the ground or what you're sitting on. Feel your weight on that bottom part of your body. Feel the sensations in your feet, in your legs. Feel the aliveness in your pelvis, in your belly. Notice what you can feel at your lower back, slowly up your spine and throughout your torso, front and back. What does your chest feel like right now? Your neck, your shoulders? Observing what you feel down your left arm and left hand. Sensing the way your body is speaking to you at your right arm and your right hand. Feel the expression on your face. Feel the back of your head, the top of your head, and your body overall. Can you notice the breath moving through it without controlling the breath? As you sense the way your breath is flowing right now, observe how you feel energetically as you begin this practice. Notice the state of your mind. Does your attention feel present in your body? Is your attention elsewhere, in the past or the future? Just notice without judging it, without judging yourself. Can you name any emotion that you're experiencing right now? Maybe there are layers of emotions. Slowing down and practicing patience. Let's practice also deep listening. Let's dive in to the breath a little slower, allowing the in-breath to fill up your chest, fill all the way down to the bottom of your belly. And as you exhale, let it out through the mouth. Maybe create a sound. Feeling the breath in, expand a little fuller, letting the four walls of your rib cage expand as your spine lengthens. Again, through the mouth, maybe side out. Get to the very bottom of the breath where you've let go of any last bit of air. And then see if you can allow an even deeper breath in. Taking your time to let it all go. Let each inhalation invite you deeper into presence of what's here right now in your body and your inner world. Let each exhale help release you from worries of what's going on outside or what you have to do later or what already happened. Call to mind something that you appreciate right now that you are experiencing in this very moment. Offering gratitude for that. Clarify your intention of what you are choosing to pour your attention into, and thus let your energy flow and expand. As we widen our perspective of who our practice serves, not only us individually, but the larger collective we are a part of. Choose somebody or something that you would like to offer up your practice to today. And with our intentions and dedication set, let's join our voices to create resonance, chanting Om 3 times. Breathing in slowly, closing the lips. Let's warm up the body by just breathing through the nose if you can. Exhale just as slowly, beginning to balance the in and out flow of each breath. Let's practice Ujjayi Pranayama, victorious breathing, a way to regulate your energy so that it feels balanced, calm, and focused. Softly narrow the back of your throat, creating a gentle whispering sound that you can listen to throughout your physical yoga practice, a way to bridge the mind with the present moment. So as you listen to that gently audible rhythm, smooth, steady, and slow, please make your way into downward facing dog, spreading your fingers wide at the top of your mat so that your index fingers are pointing straight ahead or slightly turned out. Tuck your toes and lift your hips high, press your thighs back, relaxing your neck, begin to pedal your feet slowly in place. You might breathe in as you bend one knee and press the opposite heel into the ground. Breathe out as you bend the other knee and switch the other heel to the ground. Maybe with that movement, you add twisting, swiveling your hips side to lengthen the sides of your torso and your outer hips. Let your skull be heavy as you lift your shoulders back to free up space in your neck. You might begin to shake your head a few times, nod your head a few times, feeling the strength of your arms as you press the ground away with your hands. And let your jaw hang loose, maybe helping by fluttering your lips or stretching the mouth with different expressions. Set your knees on the ground so they are a couple of inches behind your hips while you stack your shoulders above your wrists. Let's spin the fingertips a turn out any degree that you can comfortably stretch your inner wrists and forearms. Breathing in, glide your chest forward and slowly coil it up into cow pose, dropping the shoulders back. Breathing out, contract your abdomen, slowly dropping your head as you round your back into cat pose. Again, inhale, broaden your chest forward and gaze up. Exhale, lift your navel towards your spine, dropping your tailbone and head. Try another few cycles of cat-cow, Beetalasana, moving slowly to the pace of the breath that you can hear. Feel your shoulders roll in opposite directions. Feel the stretch in your back as you lift the belly towards it. Feel the stretch of your belly and the front of your torso as you look up. Spinning your index fingers to point forward again or to slightly turn them out. Come back to downward facing dog, and this time let the body be still as you actively press down with the hands flat. Lift the hips high and stretch your back. Knees can be bent if that helps. Lengthening your neck as you rotate your triceps towards the ground, pressing your chest towards your shins as you firm your belly towards your back. Let your heels root downward towards the earth. Tune into one more full cycle of breath. Inhale, raise your right leg behind you. As you exhale, bend your right knee and rotate the thigh open at the hip. Breathing in, draw your left outer hip back. Now as you exhale, step your right foot beside your right thumb and set your left knee on the ground. Keep the left toes tucked and come up high on your fingertips with hands on blocks or the floor. Lifting your chest, gaze up and breathe in. Keep your feet right where they are. As you breathe out, lift your left knee and begin to draw your right outer hip back towards straightening your legs as you bow, lifting your chest. Inhale, lower the left knee, gazing up, kneeling lunge. Exhale, lift the left knee, draw the right outer hip back, pyramid pose, fold in. 3 more cycles of breath. Inhale, kneeling lunge. Exhale, pyramid pose. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, pyramid. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, pyramid. Come back to your lunge and step back to downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, inhale, glide forward into plank pose. Pause here. Lengthen your neck by gazing on the ground ahead of your thumbs. Rotate your triceps towards the back wall. Lift the sides of your belly. On your next exhale, lower your knees, then lower your chest, hugging the elbows to your ribs, firm in the belly. Lower your chin. Inhale, slide all the way forward into cobra pose. Roll the shoulders back, broadening your chest. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift the hips back, downward facing dog. Pause, steady your gaze. Listen to a full cycle of breath. Inhale, raise your left leg behind you. As you exhale, bend your left knee and rotate the thigh externally at the hip. Inhaling, draw your right outer hip back. As you exhale, softly step your left foot beside your left thumb and lower your right knee. Keep the right toes tucked. Plant your fingertips on blocks of the floor, framing your front ankle. And as you look up, relax your shoulders, breathe in. Keep your feet where they are. Exhale, lift the right knee and draw your left outer hip back towards straightening your legs. As you bow, slightly lift your chest. Inhale, lower the right knee, gazing up, kneeling lunge. Exhale, lift the right knee, straighten the legs to your capacity, pyramid pose. 3 more cycles of breath. Inhale, kneeling lunge. Exhale, pyramid pose. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, pyramid. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, pyramid. Come back to a lunge and step into downward facing dog. Inhale, glide forward into plank pose. Glide the shoulders back as they stack right above the wrists. Exhale, you decide knees, chest, chin to lower or glide forward through Chaturanga Dandasana, hugging the elbows to your ribs. Inhale into cobra, firm down to the tops of your feet. Exhale, downward facing dog. Downward facing dog, lift your right foot and place the top of the right foot just behind your left Achilles tendon. Now start to shift forward towards plank as you use the top of the right foot to pull the left heel downward towards the floor, stretching into your calf. Breathing in, firm the belly towards the back. Breathing out, relax your neck. A few more breaths. Step the right foot down, come back to downward facing dog, and pick up your left foot. Place the top of your left foot behind your right Achilles tendon, the very bottom of your right calf at the ankle. Shift your weight forward as though you're entering plank and use the top of your left foot to pull the right heel downward towards the floor. Breathe here. Feel into your jaw, relaxing that. Lifting the belly, firming that. Shoulders away from the neck. One more deep breath. This time, walk up to the front of your mat and step your feet at least your hips distance apart. Parallel the feet and bend your knees. Reach your hands behind your lower back, either to clasp or hold a strap between the hands. If you can hug the heels of the palms together, try that. Inhale, shift your weight as far forward as you can, lifting your chest. Draw your shoulders away from your neck. Exhale, fold towards your right leg and straighten your right leg. Bend the left knee as much as you need to do that. Keep tilting your weight forward, stretching the arms forward. Open up the fronts of your shoulders and relax your neck. Full breaths. Imagine breathing up the back of your right leg. Relax the tongue. Come back to center. You might switch the interlacing of your thumb and index finger on top. Bend both knees. Inhale, lift your chest, firm in the belly, and roll the shoulders back. Now bend the right knee generously and lean towards your left outer leg as you straighten it. Keep tilting your weight forward, relaxing your neck. Breathe here. Stretch your arms away from your lower back and lift your shoulders away from your neck. Relax the eyes. One more deep breath. And then lower your arms. Maybe shimmy out the shoulders or hold opposite elbows where you might sway the spine or shake the head some more. Bend your knees a lot more and let your torso and arms just hang freely. As you inhale, slowly roll up as if you're stacking one vertebra at a time, lifting your head last. On your next inhale, sweep your arms forward, raising the arms overhead. Bend your left elbow, bring the left palm towards between your shoulder blades. Hold your left elbow with your right hand and see if you can bring the left elbow towards behind your skull. So it's pointing upwards rather than to the left. Glide your shoulder blades down your back as you're standing tall. Seal the bottom of your front ribs towards your back. Lengthen your neck, breathe in here, and then start to side bend to your right as you're breathing out. The further you side bend to the right, let your left foot become heavier on the floor. Keeping your two frontal hip bones equally facing your front wall. One more deep breath. Where are you feeling this posture the most in your body right now? Bring your attention and breath there. Inhale, slowly rise up, stretch the arms both overhead. Then bend your right elbow, land the right palm towards between your shoulder blades. Take hold of your right elbow with your left hand and bring the elbow towards behind your head. Press your two shoulders down the back, lifting your chin so that it's parallel to the ground. There's space at your throat. Then seal in the bottom of your front ribs and stand a little taller as you breathe in. Exhale, begin to side bend to your left. Each inhale, see if you can lift the spine from the pelvis, and the exhales continue to side bend. Let your right foot become heavier the further you lean. One more deep breath here. And inhale to rise up. Let's come on down, bend your knees, have a seat on the ground, and take your blocks, place them in front of you as you bring the soles of your feet together to touch. So let's set up for bound Baddha Konasana, bound angle pose. We're going to be in this posture for 3 minutes. So decide first how you want to set it up. As you bring the soles of your feet together, bending the knees apart, decide whether you want the heels to be as close as they can towards your groins or as far away from your groins as possible. Notice where you feel the posture and what your body needs, because each variation has a different focus in the body, slightly different. And then set up your blocks or pillow, long pillow, Decide what you're going to be leaning your forehead on. You could fold a blanket so there's a little pillow for the forehead and you can lie face down, or you can turn your head to one side. From here, root your two sitting bones. Notice if it might be helpful to prop your pelvis up, maybe on a folded blanket, so that you can feel the spine more spacious. Then lift up your heart, relax your shoulders. Try to keep your neck long, generally sort of a flat back type of feeling as you're hinging forward from the hips without feeling rigid. And decide what's going to catch your forehead or your torso here so that your arms can be free. You're not trying to hold your body up with your hands. And then make any adjustments. Relax your shoulders, relax your palms, maybe close the eyes. We are now entering 3 minutes of stillness in this pose. Feel the waves of your breath. As you bring the quality of patience into holding still, what do you notice arises in your mind? Can you hold space for whatever feeling or thought arises for you without judging it, just allowing it to be there as it is, and continuing to breathe fully? Notice where your attention is now. Taking your time to arrive at the fullness of the breath. And experiencing its emptiness too. Last breath here. Plant your fingertips on the floor and begin to lift your head slowly, taking your time as you breathe in to rise up. Please slide your legs behind you and make your way down onto your belly into Sphinx pose. As you line your belly, straightening your legs behind you, point your toes back and slide your knees as close together as you comfortably can. Place your elbows directly beneath your shoulders while lifting your chest, and make sure that you can move your neck as freely as possible here. Cross your left forearm in front of your chest, bend your right knee, Then backstroke your right arm and reach hold of the inner side, the big toe side of your right ankle or foot. Plant your right frontal hip bone on the floor. Turn your chest completely to face the front of your mat. Remember, you can adjust the left arm to help you do that. And then relax both of your shoulders back and down. Take your time here, about 10 breaths on this side, bringing your right heel gently and slightly to the outside of your right hip. Paying attention to what sensations might come and go. Noticing without judging them. If it's available for you without strain, you might spin your right palm face down so that your fingertips point at the front edge of your mat. One more deep breath here. Release your right leg, and let's take a moment to rest the forehead on your forearms, lying face down. If your lower back is feeling tension, you might just shimmy the hips side to side like your pelvis is a boat rocking. Just a little wiggle to loosen the lower back. Scoot your knees close together and take your time lifting the chest, coming back to Sphinx pose. As you're lifting the chest, feel into the movement of your neck. Cross your right forearm in front of your chest. Bend your left knee and backstroke your left arm. Catch the inner side, big toe side of your left ankle or foot. Now, to support your lower back from straining it, have your knees no wider apart than your hips distance and ground your 2 frontal hip bones. Turning your chest completely to face the front of your mat. Relax both shoulders and bring the left heel slightly to the outside of your left hip gently. Feel the depth of your breathing here. Slowing down and honoring pauses of stillness. Notice what you can be more aware of. Notice the depth of your experience of each moment of your practice. If it's available for you on this side, you might spin your left hand at the wrist so that the fingertips point at the front of your mat. One more deep breath here. And then once again, let's rest with the forehead down on your forearms And maybe this time we go a little further into massaging your lower back by windshield wiping your shins, side to side, dropping your feet towards the ground, left and right. Slide your palms alongside your floating ribs. And let's slide back into child's pose for a moment. Bring the inner edges of your feet together to touch, knees together or apart. Sink your pelvis as heavily down to your heels as possible. Stretch your arms forward in this version and imagine you're reaching for something with your fingertips way at the front of your mat. And as you're reaching forward, continue to pull your hips back. Now invite length in your neck. Slide the shoulders away from the back or away from the ears, not away from the back. Now imagine breathing into the outer sides of your ribs, left and right. Can you feel the muscles between your ribs stretch as you inhale? And relax as you exhale. Observing the breath here for about another minute. And slide your hands back alongside your knees. Drop your chin to your chest. Breathe in to slowly roll your spine upright. As you arrive at sitting, roll the shoulders behind you. Exhale as you soften them down. Inhale, float the shoulders forward and up. Exhale, roll them back and down. A couple more times to your breath pace. Slide your legs in front of you, and you may want to have a strap. As you have the legs in front, notice if it's helpful to sit up on a prop so that your spine feels tall, your shoulders relaxed. Bend your right knee open and bring the sole of your right foot close to your groins on the inner side of your left thigh. Take the strap and place it around the ball of your left foot. Kick into the strap with your left foot flexed and hold the strap with your right hand. Now place your left hand on the floor on the outside of your left thigh and sit up a little taller by pressing your two sitting bones into the earth, lifting through the back of the skull as you draw the shoulders down. Breathe in. Now twist to your left. Turn your chest to face the outside of your left leg. Begin to bow in that direction. As you breathe in, pause, root your two sitting bones, especially the right, into the ground, and then lift your chest, open your throat, lengthen the spine. If it's available without rounding the back, continue to fold. Now, if your right hand can reach hold of your outer left foot, you can hold that instead of the strap as we're twisting in this version of head to knee pose. Parita Janu Shirshasana. Pressing down through your sitting bones again. Breathe in, lead with your chest to rise up and remove the strap. Slide your right leg forward, bend your left knee open, and bring the sole of your left foot towards your groins, high on the inner side of your right thigh. Place the strap around the ball of your right foot flexed, kicking into the strap with the foot. Hold the strap in your left hand and place the right hand on the right side of your right leg. Root down through your pelvis, breathe in, lift up through the back of your skull and open your chest. Breathe out, twist to your right and start to bow towards the outside of your right leg. Pause, breathe in, press your two sitting bones, especially the left, downward and lengthen your spine forward. If you can do so without rounding the back or shoulders, continue to fold. If you can reach hold of your outer right foot with your left hand, you can remove the strap and hold that. One more deep breath here. And press down to your pelvis, lead with your chest. Inhale to slowly rise. Now let's straighten both legs in front for Paschimottanasana. Place the strap around the balls of both feet or raise your arms. If you're wanting more of a calf stretch as well as hamstrings, then you might want to use the strap, even if you can reach for your toes. So you can use the strap to help flex your feet a little deeper like this. So the toes pull back towards you. Press the insteps of your feet forward to help roll your inner thighs down, broadening your sacrum. And you might even move the flesh from underneath your glutes. So you can really root down through the sitting bones. And then imagine breathing into your spine from the bottom up, lifting up through each vertebra, broaden the chest, relax the shoulders, keep your throat open, and then start to hinge forward as you breathe out. Pausing as you breathe in to ground the pelvis some more and lengthen the spine right where it is. And only bowing further if you can keep the spaciousness in your neck and shoulders. One more full breath here. Pressing your pelvis down, breathe in and slowly rise up. So we've been doing a lot of flexing the feet, stretching the quadriceps. Let's come down to our shins and stretch the fronts of the shins. Muscles here that get really contracted when we're flexing the feet. So point your toes beneath you, ground the tops of your feet. Here are a couple of options. You can lean back like you're a rocking chair and stretch both tops of your feet and ankles and shins at the same time. Or do one at a time. Lift one knee with one hand for maybe 5 breaths, and then switch to the other side for 5 breaths. Otherwise, if you're doing both, 10 breaths here, leaning back. And then when you're ready, rocking forward, Stretch the legs out in front of you. Take a block with you as you lie down onto your back. Lying on your back, bend both knees, step your feet on the ground, wider apart than your hips distance, maybe about the width of your mat. Separate your knees as wide apart as your feet, and keep your feet where they are as you drop both of your knees to your right side as far as they'll go. Point your left knee down the midline of your mats. Pause here and just notice what sensations you feel throughout your pelvis, front of your hips, especially the left side, and your lower back. If you're not feeling much sensation or change in sensation, then you might pick up your right foot, cross your right ankle just above your left knee, encouraging the front of your left thigh to lengthen forward. You might also add raising your arms overhead, bending the elbows, holding opposite elbows as you drop your arms back towards the ground. And relax the shoulders away from your neck. We're here for just about 5 more deep breaths. If your knees feel tender at all, flex the foot of the knee that feels tender. Slowly uncross your legs and step your feet on the mat. Again, wider than hips distance apart. Have your knees as wide apart as your feet. Keep your feet where they are and drop both of your knees to your left side. Pause here. Point your right knee down the midline of your mat. Notice what you feel along the right side of your pelvis, hip, lower back. Maybe you stay right here if there's plenty happening. If there's not much happening, pick up your left foot, cross the ankle above your right knee. And if you did cross your arms overhead last time, maybe switch the arm that's on top. 5 deep breaths. Gently unwind from the pose, stepping your feet apart, lifting your bent knees. Then slide your feet closer together until they're about your hips distance apart. Take the block, lift your hips, and slide the block by the lowest height wide across your sacrum. That's underneath the flat part of your lower back. Just notice how this feels, how stable it feels. Notice if you need to adjust it so it's higher or lower on your back so that you can feel comfortable. Bend your right knee towards your chest. Take hold of your right thigh or shin as you relax both shoulders on the ground and lengthen your neck. Begin to slide your left heel on the floor as far forward as you can comfortably straighten your left leg. While flexing your left foot, press the instep of your left foot forward, preventing your left leg from turning out. Keep your left knee pointing straight up. Breath by breath, you might hug your right leg closer to you. So this is a stretch for your left hip flexor. If you're not feeling much happening there, you could tilt the block to the second level height, or you can stack 2 low blocks under your sacrum. Now, if you want to give your right ankle a stretch, you can circle the foot in both directions. How's your breathing here? Just a few more deep breaths. Bending both knees, step both feet on the ground. Then bend your left knee and take hold of your left thigh or shin while both shoulders stay grounded. Flex your right foot and slide the heel forward on the floor. To whatever degree you can straighten the leg comfortably while not turning out the leg. So press the instep of your right foot forward. Keep your right knee pointing straight up towards the sky. Maybe hug your left leg closer and closer. You might also circle your left foot in both directions. Full inhalation, fill up your whole body with the breath. Imagine that. Deep exhalation. Step your 2 feet on the ground and lift your hips to remove any blocks under your body. Lowering your spine and pelvis to the floor, hug your knees to the outsides of your ribs. Rocking side to side, maybe coming into happy baby pose or circling your legs in opposite directions. If you're in happy baby, press your tailbone, shoulders, and head down onto the floor and lengthen your spine. You might choose to straddle the legs wide apart, clasping your big toes or resting your arms onto your inner thighs. Let out a few deep exhales with your mouth wide, releasing any sound for lion's breath a couple times. Stretching your jaw and tongue. Then start to lower your body into your final resting pose where we'll practice a pranayama as we move into Shavasana. You might come into Supta Baddha Konasana, dropping the knees apart, soles of the feet together. You might stretch the legs straight out and just splay out your arms and legs, maybe using a blanket or pillow. Make any adjustments so your body feels symmetrical on left and right sides, spacious, especially along your neck and shoulders. Then close your eyes and I invite you to take a moment to tense your body. Make fists with your hands tight, squeeze the toes, squeeze the face, clench the glutes, contract the muscles, whatever muscles you can contract. Take a deep breath in and hold. Then open the mouth and side out, release all the muscles from contraction. One last time. Take a deep breath and contract everything you can. Hold the breath in for as long as you comfortably can. When you're ready, exhale long through the mouth and relax all the muscles you can think of. With the whole body relaxed, feel the weight of your bones. Close your lips and inhale for a slow count of 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 6. Exhale, 6. In your mind, count 2 more cycles of resonant breathing. When you're ready, consciously let go of controlling your breath. Still aware of the inflow and outflow of your natural breath. Relaxing your body deeper and deeper into welcomed stillness. Shavasana. As you lie still a little longer, bring your awareness throughout your physical body again. Notice how it's feeling now, nearing the end of your practice. Patiently begin to wake up your body, starting with very small movements and really slow. Little by little, ease into a simple stretch. You might keep the eyes closed to help continue tuning inward. Then take your time to gently roll over onto your right side, resting there and bringing your awareness to the natural breath, observing how your energy feels now. Moving very gradually. As you're ready, press the ground with your hands. Let your head be heavy as you slowly lift your torso upright and find a comfortable seated position to begin our 5 minutes in meditation. Sit in a way that you can feel grounded, alert with a tall spine, open chest, and fully relaxed. Really important that our body is relaxed. You might rest the palms stacked, right hand on top of left, palms face up, thumb tips touching on the center of your lap, or any other mudra that you prefer. Maybe close the eyes. Otherwise, steady a gentle gaze, downcast ahead of you. So when we're meditating, how can the practice of patience be of benefit? Begin by resting your awareness on a sensation that feels grounding for you, that brings you to present moment awareness, like feeling the breath come in and out, or feeling the hands touch each other. Sometimes when we're meditating, a negative thought or an uncomfortable feeling may arise. How can we practice patience when this happens? I invite you to notice anything that arises, feelings, thoughts, external stimuli. Noticing without judging them and just allowing them to come and go at their own pace. When something uncomfortable or what we deem unpleasant may arise, and you feel discomfort or agitation, can you allow that feeling to also be witnessed without being judged? Practicing patience with it as it comes and goes. Check in with your body again. Is anything tensing up? Relax the face, relax the hands. Notice how your mind feels right now and what's present emotionally. You might gently touch a hand at your chest, recognizing something to offer gratitude for. Come back to your intention for this practice today. Remember to whom or what you dedicated this practice. And together, let's close 3 chants of Om. Adopt the pace of nature. Her secret is patience. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.